guys. I've kept an eye on my farm out there, and everything's pretty well working just fine. But I want to try something else today. I'm not sure if it's going to work right or not, but we're going to try it. I'm going to make an AC electrical engine first off. And now I know to get this thing to work, I need a clock, so I set me up a clock here. Basically, I hit the switch, that'll do the clock thing, but it needs the shaft in here. It needs a magnetic shaft. So that's why I made the extra 2 coils. Let's see, magnetizing, there we go. So now I need this thing. I need a mount for those 2 coils. Alright, so I gotta make a mount. This is just a blank mount. And then I hit this and it should pop it all in there. There we go. Now if you look at the magnetizer, it needs 2,000 rads of rotational power, speed wise. But it only needs 16, which is the same as the steam turbine. So I set me up another steam turbine here. And I gotta go get my wrench so I can fix that pipe. I'm going to set it for speed instead of torque. By the way, I'm making another one of them things, extender. That's what those are there for. So go ahead and pop this stuff out of here real quick, get this done. So it's done. This is the inventory one, and I'm going to try it out on something else at the end of the thing. I need to get the wrench out of there, and so I figured I might as well get it done. And I still forgot to take the daggone wrench, like you do. And I'm not positive, but I think Greg actually got all the way through Rotary Craft today, adding all the stuff in. Oh, that's the wrong way. This way. There we go. Now give it a. I gotta give it a shift whacking. That'll switch it over to speed. Now put this down here. Now this will need a rod in it to actually magnetize. So let's get our rod. And I got my lighter and I already put the netherrack down. I probably should have started the motor since it takes a little time to heat up. I'll put the shaft in here. And dig down here. Put that in there. Give that a flame job. It's got plenty of water. So I'm going to let it start up. And I've never made one of these, so this is all kind of by the pants testing here to see if it works right, see if I did all my figuring right. It's a 4-to-1 gear that I put in behind it, in case you didn't see that. And I want to try to split this power. Now I know that with the let's see if I can find it here. There's a gear that looks like this, but it's not beveled. I thought it was called gear. Let me look in the book. There's a splitter thingy bopper. Shaft junction. There we go. That's what I want. This will let me split the power across 2 places. Now to actually do what I need it split across 3. But I'm going to just, for testing purposes today, have it run 2 fans and see if it'll work. So I need 3 shafts, 3 plates, and 2 ingots. So 3 shafts, plates. I'm going to have just enough left. That's a shaft cross. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Alright. And then after I get this set up and tested, I will actually try doing... Oh, I gotta turn this, apparently. There we go. So now plenty of power, plenty of speed, plenty of torque. Now I wonder if this actually tells you when it's magnetized. So like I said, I've never done this, so I don't know how it does what it does. Can you just pop this thing in? Because it looks like you can see where it would be in there, but no, you can't. Now let's see. The magnetizer uses rapid rotating shaft to create a magnetic field inside a shaft core. One of the critical components of an AC electrical engine. Requires an AC redstone current. Oh, so it's going to need the current as well. Okay. See, I didn't read that far. Bear no read good. Bear no read much either. I would love it if Greg hears that. He heard me say squazzed earlier. Somebody, Estebez, another modder, was talking to him about one of my videos, and Greg kind of checked it out, and he heard me say squazzed, and he's like, "Did he just say squazzed?" Like, hell yes, I did. That's bare English right there. That's good English. Where are my levers? There's my levers. Okay, give it a poppin'. It's done. And now, the only thing is it actually going in there? Now that way I know it's going in there. I can see it going in. Still doesn't say it's doing anything though, which is driving me crazy. I need a progress bar or something on this thing that says I'm getting power. I'm doing something. And it doesn't say nothing. I guess we'll just take it out of here. We'll take our clock. Take my clock and go home. Take my clock in here and hook it back up and see if this thing actually puts out any power. I can't shift click that in there, which is weird. And you'd think that it would be that kind of shaft. I don't know if I'm doing the wrong shaft or not, but you'd think that shaft would do it. It is the primary shaft of the mod here. Alright, so I hate getting redstone to listen to things. Never wants to go where I want it to go. Alright, so there's our clock. It's going, but the engine is not, and that's because I don't think the redstone is actually going in. See, it just wants to go here. So what if I do a passive redstone signal this way? Okay, that's not turning it on either. Now, I could just simulate a clock like that. That's not doing it, so I don't think this shaft is actually energized. Somebody's gonna have to tell me what in the world I'm doing wrong here. It doesn't say a specific shaft that has to be used. Unless it's... Let's look in the book. Does it say shaft core? Maybe it needs a shaft core. Most crucial of all the machines... Oh, no. Hit the right one, doofus. Like its DC cousin, requires a redstone signal to perform. However, this one needs an alternating signal, best supplied with a redstone clock. Faster cycle times correlate to more constant power output, with two clocks providing a constant supply of power. This engine requires a magnetic shaft core, because you're a dumbass and tried to just give it a shaft. I'm sure everybody's yelling at the screen right now that actually uses rotary craft normally, saying you're an idiot, use the right thing. Okay, so it needs two shafts and an ingot, and that means I gotta go make one frickin' ingot because I'm short. One ingot. Daggone it. Thought I had plenty up here. I gotta go make one frickin' ingot of frickin' rotary craft steel. I cannot get those letters to come out of my mouth in the right order. Ah, crap. I got on my hazmat suit here. I do not want him shooting me. Get... Oh, you stupid slime. Which, by the way, I gotta do something with my field. The slimes are overtaking my field, even though I have the wall set up around it, and it's kind of making me mad. I don't know how they're getting in there. They should not be able to spawn on anything inside the field, but somehow they've done it, taken over my field. So I gotta figure out something. I'm wondering if they can't spawn higher up, if maybe I move the field up a little higher, because I don't know. If y'all know the way I do things, I don't test or look things up too much. Yeah, you're gonna hit me and mess up my suit. Make me mad. Get out of here. No messing with my hazmat suit because I'm too lazy to go switch it. Alright, let's make this core. But I don't, look up what the mechanics are. I like to play with it and learn from doing rather than reading through wikis and forums and crap like that. Hey, that actually shift clicks in there. Imagine that. Alright, so I'll grab my clock, bring it back out here again. And I'll probably end up making a couple clocks eventually, but right now I only need the one, so I'll just move it. Because once I get this magnetized, I shouldn't need to remagnetize it too quickly. goes there. And actually, we're going to try passive one. And give me you. Ah, it was on too long. Is this actually blocking it from going off? Oh, no, it's because you're a dummy and you didn't put it on the 4 ticks. That's your problem. Alright, there we go. So now we'll give it its power. Still don't see where it's saying it's doing anything though, which I would greatly like. But I know it's definitely getting the power. How about we do... Ooh, we got a lag spike there. Alright, now I'm gonna put this here. That way that is going directly in there. I can see it rotating, and now it's actually energizing. Alright, so the power has to go to the top apparently. Alright, well, while it does its thing, let's go look at what I was going to set up with this extender. I used some redstone wire here so I could run the power from this over to here. This block is to put power into the mold, because apparently cannot speak tonight. Apparently me having the lever here was not doing any good for some reason. So I hooked this up, and this does definitely work. But what I'm wanting to do is take this out and put the extender there, and I want to see if this will work extending over so I can have an output on 2 different sides. So basically I'll be moving this over a block, but for right now I'm just going to dump this stuff in here, put an ingot mold here, and I'm going to do some gallium because that stuff is really low. It only needs 300, so I only have to go up a few points, so it'll go pretty quick. Now I want to see if that'll actually come out the front there. So 300, 306. Alright, it is not pouring. Let's see, change the face this way. Still not pouring. Well, son of a gun. I was seriously hoping that would work. Huh. I have to ask Greg about that, because he said that there was nothing molten in there, that it was strictly material data, so it should be item, not fluid. So why is that not extending the crucible? Now I wonder, will it extend the heat property? If I put this here, see, it's not reading how much heat is in that crucible either. So I'm gonna have to ask Greg about that one. That's a test for that today. Let's go check this bad boy out. we've got 10 micro Teslas. Let's go try this bad boy out and see if it works. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that redstone there. Give me that back. Alright, so I put core in there, and sounds like it's actually running, and it ain't even got a clock yet. Alright, there's a clock in a second. And we're going to give this a block just like we did the other, and it's not going to want to turn. So let's try it this way first. And did it too. Oh, nope, forgot to turn them. Always forget that. Alright, that's not doing it. That's not doing it. So let's do this. See, that wants to do the same thing. So let's go this way. And it doesn't want to do it either. Oh, it actually needs a lever to turn it on and off as well. Huh. Okay, well that I didn't know. Alright, we'll put our dynamometer on here. We're pulling about 130 power, 250-ish rads a second. So I'm definitely going to need a flywheel on here if I want to keep this at a constant power. And flywheels aren't too hard to make, but I'm not going to make it today because I ain't got enough stuff made up, I don't think. Each one tells you how much it can handle. Max torque is 16. Max speed is way more than what I can handle. So what's the torque of the AC engine? I might be able to do a wooden one for this. Nope, torque is 512. So flywheel that does 512 is going to have to be the gold one. So I need a gold flywheel core, which needs a gear, and then I need a mount. So I will do that, take this over there, probably set up 2 clocks to give this thing a better constant speed, and tomorrow we will try it on the field and see how it works. Basically, I'll come over here and show you what I'm thinking. My idea is that I'm going to use this thing for the item collecting. I'm going to move this whole setup here over and hook it to this, and then have the AC engine run the fan. But I've got to see if I can split it into 2 rather than into 3 rather than just 2. I may have to split it into 4 and just have one not working. So I'm not sure how well it's going to work trying to just split one 3 ways, because one's going to get a lot less than the other 2, or one's going to get a lot more than the other 2, I should say. So we'll test that out tomorrow. I at least got the AC engine running today, and I'll take this core back over there and let it build up on speed or up on power. And see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.